No, I won't stop.
Make sure you check out my sponsor, Cyberpower UK. As always, the link is down in the description. Alright, so what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Plants vs Zombies video here today on the channel. Today's going to be a little bit interesting and a little bit of behind the scenes of the development of Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 1 and Garden Warfare 2. Now, because it is BlockTober, a lot of people, or a lot of developers should I say, have actually showed screenshots of like the development of the games, and we do have a couple of screenshots of Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 1 and also some from Garden Warfare 2. So that's what we're going to be taking a look at in today's video. I thought it would be something very interesting that you guys would like to see, and if it is something like game development that you do want to go into, you can kind of get a little bit of an idea of kind of what goes into it. So the first image we have is from Shaw, or Jeff Shaw. He is one of the developers. I think he was the one that mainly focused on graveyard ops and things like that in Garden Warfare 2 and Garden Ops in the first game. This is a BlockTober image of Dual Junction. Now, as you can see, the top image is kind of like a blocky version of the map, and then the bottom picture is what the map finished out like. So you can see how it's all gone together. As you can see, this is kind of like the main building here, and then obviously it gets to be improved and looks a lot better, a lot better. There was also a random gargantua at the top of this as well. It does reply with like a winky face, but there's like a gargantua just randomly at the top of this house or this building, and I have no idea why, but you can't see that in the map because it's all covered up and everything like that. But you can just see everything that goes into it. Like the rocks look very similar in this. You can see this rock's actually removed. It's not actually here. They decided to take that away. You can see this is like a little ledge that they made so you can get up this way. Here is like a little pillar to block it off, and you can see on the bottom image here it is, but you can see like the train track, and they keep that. But what's good as well is you can see like how they develop and change how the map looks like. We do have a little bit of a GIF that I'm going to show you in a little bit, which is the development of the backyard battleground. So we're going to go through that, and it's a lot of fun. But this is the first image that we had, which is Dual Junction. Moving over to another Garden Warfare 1 map. This is the final garden in Cactus Canyon before you move on to the final objective, pushing the golf cart. Now, we don't have a comparison between the final part of the map, which you can play right now, but you can see this is definitely kind of similar to how things were made. So as you can see, this like little circle here is going to be the garden that you need to capture. The square might be like a little pattern or something, and you've got all these obstacles around here. I believe they put one here as well, which isn't in the game, I don't think. I can't remember if there is one there or not, but you can see like we have the balcony up here that people can walk up and go down. In this direction, here's the main entrance where most of the zombies would come from, and then you've got your side entrances and everything like that. But you can just see in development how all blocky it is, and it's not got a lot of detail in it. This is like the base structure of it, and from here, that's when they develop and add all the graphics and things like that. But overall, I think it's a really nice insight. But this is the final garden of Cactus Canyon from Garden Warfare 1 before you get onto the final objective, pushing the golf cart. Alright, moving over to Garden Warfare 2, this is the original design that they had for the backyard battleground. As you can see, we have the plant side over here, we have the zombie side over here. You can see like a little cone head zombie here. I'm guessing this was like the town hall, but look how close together it all is. Like there was not much space to move around in this at all. I mean, like the plant side was very much open over here, and we do get a closer image of the plant side in a little bit. And then we don't really see too much of the zombie side in this, but you can see it's very basic. And we have some kind of like a little central piece right here, like a bandstand or something like that in the center, where I'm guessing they might have done the flag of power or something like that. But you can see we have the plant side over here, the zombie side over here, like the town hall in the back, some like little buildings, which doesn't actually look like we can get to right there. Like look, there's hedges there. It doesn't actually look like we could get to those originally. And then we do have this central bit in the middle, but that's the first image. The next image is going to be a little bit more of development. So as you can see, here we go. They've already expanded it. Like you can see that there is some little terrain going on here. The plant side and the zombie side are very much further apart now. Like this is the plant side over here, the zombie side over there as well. Now there's a big open space that they can mess around with in the backyard battleground, and the town hall's been pushed a lot further back. So as you can see, this is probably even more basic than the last image, but of course there's more space to work with, and they've removed all of the houses that was around. But you can still see this is the zombie side. We've still got the cone head zombie over there. And, of course, this is the plant side. The next image we have, they've added a little bit more detail to it. So, as you can see, we have the little flag of power center over here. I think they've brought the town hall a little bit further this way. And I think the plant and zombie side may have been just added a little bit more detail to it. But probably the main thing they've added to this is they've added the roads and also the little cave in the hill right there. So as you can see, we've got the little cave which is like going down to the sewer. But as you can see, there is a little bit more detail adding to this, but it changes even more yet. The next image we have is adding some trees to it. Adding a little bit more detail, still keeping the cave in here as well. But they've added this massive big thing in the background, which is like a massive hill, which I don't think is there in the backyard battleground anymore. And they add some kind of buildings on here as well. So I just really like how the development goes on. Like, you can see how basic it is right now and how much they change things. And it looks pretty cool. Moving on to the next image. That's when it majorly changes. They added the color scheme. You can see they've added a lot more detail to the plant side. The zombie side's all purple and dead and everything like that. But it's still very basic. As you can see, there's a lot of walls that need filling in here. There's not a lot of textures to it. Still very, very basic. They've still got this massive monument thing at the back as well. And the town hall's still a little bit further back. I believe it does get brought a little bit further forward. But we have like a little road that goes all the way around as well, which I think is still here. But I think it's more flat here. It's on kind of a little bit of a hill. I can't remember if it is on much of a hill or not. I think it's on a tiny little bit of a hill. But they've removed this road here now as well. They've taken the road away. They've taken all the roads away. And there's just a lot of detail on the colour scheme. So they're like, alright, so this is going to be the plant side. We're going to have it nice and green and fresh. And this side is the zombie side. So it's going to be purple. It's going to be dead. It's going to be not very nice. And this is the next image. But you can see there are trees and development adding into the backyard battleground. Now we're getting to see to be more like the backyard battleground that we're used to. They've added a little bit more detail to it. They've added more graphical images to it, so you can actually kind of make out what things are a little bit more, which is very nice. They've now removed that massive thing that was at the back, or it's just a tiny little hill now. It's nowhere near as blocky and as big as what it was before, and it's definitely looking a lot more like the backyard that we're used to. But currently right now, I don't think the sewer is very significant. It's just like a hole, and they've not really put any detail on it, which I think they actually add, yes, in the next image. As you can see, they add a few more buildings. They've added now like the concrete slab going down into the sewer, and just adding a little bit more details here and there, like they're adding little posts. They're adding like some more detail to the trucks and everything like that. But the town hall is still very basic right now. Not really much added onto the town hall right now. I guess that's just probably one of the last stages that they had, seeing as it came in an update later on. But they've not really put many details into the town hall just yet until the final image, which I think is after this one. Right now, they've just added a little bit more detail. You can see the signs been added, a little bit more buildings, a little bit more detail, and boom. That's what we're used to. All of that was just developed like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it run through again, so you can actually see exactly the whole progression of how it goes. Like, just look how much it changes in a row. Look at it change. So much is added, so much changes. They add so much difference to it, and that's how the backyard was developed, which I think was very, very nice. But we do have a couple more images on the backyard battleground. This one right here was the plant side originally. So as you can see, this is like Crazy Dave's treehouse, I believe. The market garden, not exactly sure what that was. Maybe that was like the sticker shop and things like that. I think this was initially going to be the quest board or something like that. Oh no, there's the quest board. That's the quest board. This was probably like the customization booth. Then we have like, I'm guessing that's where Crazy Dave's quest might have been. Some other like little arts going on over here as well, but this was nice. I like this one. It's a pretty cool one. Not much detail, but of course you can see how the backyard, or should I say the plant base, was going to look. And then this is the, where is this? Oh, this is initially going to be the old Plants vs. Zombies side backyard. So as you can see, this is the plant side, the zombie side. This is that little bandstand that they had. So you can see there is not much space to work with. These are the zombies and the plants, and there is not a lot of space to work with. Very cramped, very small, and of course the backyard battleground, as we know, is much bigger. So this is very nice to see as well. Like, you can just see how much it has changed, but they always had a town hall in mind. That was always going to be there, and we do have a couple more images as well. This was originally going to be inside Crazy Dave's treehouse, as you know. We have the sticker shop, or the sticker shop machine thing. Then we have the potted plants. So as you can see, we have pea shooters for both of them because they're just temporary. It says the interior of Crazy Dave's treehouse with bonus placeholder bobbleheads. and the soccer field, which is the next image. So this is what was going to be Crazy Dave's treehouse with the bobbleheads. Of course, they removed the sticker shop and then placed it somewhere else. But once again, another nice little thing to see added. And then moving over to the soccer field, this is it. So 1 net, 2 nets, we got the bandstand behind there, the trees, the cars, and then like the road going all the way around, which does actually get blocked off and we can't go around there currently right now. But another insight to development of Garden Warfare 2's Backyard Battleground, and definitely very, very interesting. Now, we have one more image that we're going to take a look at. That is this image right here, and this is the Moonbase Z. Which one is it? I think it's the 4th capture point. So I think this is the one where the massive drills are moving and you can actually jump down and go find the giant worm and things like that. But this is the base of the massive capture point on the 4th Moonbase Z. So the drill's going to be moving around, going crazy, and the capture is apparently this way, but I'm pretty sure looking at this building here, they changed it, and the capture point's now on this side. So they obviously changed it. The capture point was initially going to be over this side, so that's also very interesting. It was going to be the other way around, so we're going to be capturing on this side and coming from this way, and they changed it around. So that is also something else which is very, very interesting. But you can just see, look how little detail there is in this. Like, there's no graphics added onto it. It's just boxes and blocks and triangles and circles. And then that's when they develop it into a huge, amazing graphical game. So I thought this would be a nice insight. BlockTober is almost over, so I thought I would do a little video showing you guys the development of Plants vs. Zombies and Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Because I think it's very, very interesting. But hopefully you guys found it interesting as well. If you did, make sure you do give it a like down below. And hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.